Up next, we've got Black Girl Magic worth celebrating in the White House's press room. We've got good news for the survivors of the Tulsa Race Massacre. And then we're going to get into the leaked documents from the Supreme Court justice floor that is dividing the nation. Keep it locked. Political Updates is up next.
Black Girl Magic in the White House press room. So congratulations are in order to Karine Jean-Pierre on being named the Biden administration's second press secretary. She will be replacing Jen Psaki later this month because Jen Psaki is stepping down. But Jean-Pierre did serve as her deputy secretary in the beginning of the administration. And she is the first Black and openly gay person to hold this role. So it hasn't even been a Black man.
Nope, it certainly hasn't.
That's what's up.
It's feeling real good right now. Yeah. In the words of Issa, it's feeling like me season. And when I say me, it's feeling like Black women with chocolate skin and rotund cheekbones and gaps in their teeth and kinks and curls in their hair getting they just do it. Look at her.
Yeah, this hairstyle kind of reminds me of the Family Reunion on Netflix. If you haven't watched Family Reunion from season 1, like if you watch from season 1, you see the wigs was trash. Yeah. But now I love the fact that Jade is owning her curls. Like she has big curls and it's just so beautiful and moisturizing and beautiful.
But
it's good to see. It's good to see that Black women are wearing their hair.
Right. From the Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson with her sister locks. It's just this is what we mean. Like the representation thing it's for people like my 5-year-old daughter, and it's for grown ass people like my 32-year-old self.
Yeah.
That constantly need to see
some reassurance,
representation of how beautiful I am, and women that look like me, women that look like you are beautiful too.
Yes.
And capable of doing it. So good. Go off, Korean girl.
Go off, girl. Get them folks together. Get Fox News together. Get all them folks together. Get them together.
Okay, yes. Speaking of getting together, we going to scrape together some coins and some reparations for the family members of the Tulsa Race Massacre. A lawsuit that names 11 survivors of the survivors and relatives of the survivors of the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre received the green light this week to pursue the reparations from that attack.
Good. I'm just glad that they still alive to get it.
Yeah, some are still alive. I believe there are 3 that are still alive. This happened in 1921. It happened over Memorial Day weekend, May 31st to June 1st in the historic Greenwood District in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The Greenwood District is known as Black Wall Street. The plaintiff's attorneys pleaded with the judge on Monday afternoon for the judge to allow the case to move forward. And so they can finally have their day at court and receive some justice for this.
And they better pay up.
This is what we mean when we say that we need, we need things to be rectified from the past, and we need legislation to protect us in the present and the future.
Yeah, but right now, speaking of legislation,
perfect.
Everyone is up in arms about this whole abortion thing, and I just keep my mouth shut on this because I don't got a dog in this fight because I don't. Go ahead.
This is tough. All right. So as we report the news, a draft Supreme Court opinion document was leaked by Justice Samuel Alito. He's a stock conservative. This leak revealed that the court is ready to rule in favor of Mississippi and their attempt to overturn Roe versus Wade ruling that guarantees federal protections for surrounding abortion rights. So what's going on? In the state of Mississippi right now, the government wants to ban abortions at and after 15 weeks gestation period. This directly challenges Roe versus Wade's guarantee of abortion rights up to the point that a baby can survive on its own. So that is usually around 24 weeks of gestational growth. So Roe versus Wade protects the right that a mother has a choice, and this is a federal protected right that goes above the states. that a mother has the choice on whether or not to terminate a pregnancy up to 24 weeks. So let's do the math. What is that? Is that that's over half?
About like 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, probably like 4 months, 4.5 months or so. That's over half the time. Full gestational period is 39 weeks. A baby carried at full term is 40 weeks. And so, that is over half the time. And a lot of people that are against abortion believe that that's just inhumane to end a child's life, a baby's life. They consider that a human form of life by that point. Not saying that all abortions happen or take place at the 24-week or close to the 24-week mark. But this decision is impactful because the fact that a draft was even written to the point of being leaked means that there has already been a vote in the court.
But then they came out and said that wasn't true. That it wasn't true.
Well, for a draft to be written, that it has to be at least half of the court justices that are in support of the decision. It's only 9 on the court itself, and they say that they have identified at least 3 other Supreme Court justices, Republican nominated Supreme Court justices that are in agreement of this draft.
So we just gonna report on this, or we gonna say how we feel about it?
We can do both. How do you feel about it?
Sleep. Log on to eShop and Drop store right now to check out our new Nightmare Radio Show merch. Grab a Drake-inspired t-shirt while supplies last and use our discount code Nightmare Madness for $20 off any 2 items.
Okay, so honestly, I have had friends that have had abortions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know people that have had abortions. If that is their choice, that's their choice. Some people have been raped and had gotten pregnant. They've had an abortion. That's physically their choice. For me specifically, I was almost about to have an abortion, right? Mm-hmm. Before I knew that I was going to have twins. But when I myself was in that room, it was like, okay, damn. It was just so eerie for me to know that everybody is in here for the same thing. Mm-hmm. Everybody's about to get rid of their baby in here. And that was like a hard feeling for me. Like I've never thought that I would be in that room or in that position. But when because you have to go and get an ultrasound before you put your gown on and they do whatever. But I was going to do the pill. I wasn't going to do the vacuum. I just, no.
The pill is from what
even worse. It's even worse. And this is literally the day after Christmas when I'm watching people and their children have Christmas and open gifts, and I'm in the bed because I can't eat shit else past 12 o'clock. But when I got in there and I saw that, and she was like, yep, you having twins, I had to beeline up out of there, give me my ultrasound and get up out of here because number one, I have twins running my family. I didn't want to mess up the legacy by trying to abort twins and saying, oh, you can get them again. But I just don't. Myself personally, I'm scary. I don't like all that pain and all that other stuff like that. I just birth control till I can't birth control no more because I'm not having no more.
Yeah, I think that's a personal experience, a personal decision to be made.
It's personal.
It is personal.
I don't think that do I think that the government should control that? I can't say yes or no because I don't know. I can't say that. I don't know. I'm going to say I don't know. I'm going to say I don't know because I don't want to say yes and I don't want to say no because if you feel like they shouldn't, then you're going to come at me. And if you feel like they should, you're going to come at me. I just don't.
Ain't nobody coming at you. Ain't nobody coming at her.
I just don't.
Come through me.
I don't. The government should not have a say over what women should do with their bodies. No.
Okay. So my opinion on it. I personally believe in pro-choice. I think that everything is situational. You know, I have had my own personal experiences, you know, with abortion, with having a child myself. And it's a personal decision and it's a personal choice that's based on circumstance, situation, parents, potential parents, financial stability, health reasons. I mean, it's a lot of things that go into that decision. And I think that that's a personal decision that should be made, that should be consulted as a team and made by an individual.
Yes.
And I 100% believe 10 toes down that it is not the government's business to regulate what decision is made. Because if for those that are justifying, you know, in the case of religion and morality, doesn't belong in the court of law. And for those that are, and for also for those that are saying that they are pro-life and that they believe in, in the opportunity for life, some of those people are the same individuals that are not for pro-life institutions that are necessary after the child is incepted and born.
Yes, and that was my thing. So if they are gonna say like, okay, you can't have an abortion after 6 weeks.
So what types of services
are you going to provide? Yeah,
are you going to place?
What are you going to provide to make sure that the people of your country can sustain and take care of their child?
How are you going to reform the social work system?
How are you going to help the insurance, and the child care, and the cost of living?
Exactly.
All of these things are issues that need to be addressed before they try to say like, okay, you can't have your baby after a certain time. I do agree with that because they're misappropriating funds, to me, sending money to Ukraine.
Hello.
And we over here struggling.
And I got student loans. Come on. Ain't nobody got time. But that's exactly what I'm saying. So this conversation, until you're going to commit yourself to actually making sure that pro-life choices and institutions and sanctions are actually instilled there, they work, they move the system along, then I don't want to hear nothing about no pro-life, because it's pro-life to an extent, and we're not working in extensities here. We're working in exacts. And so if that's the case, if that's your situation, what I don't agree is, what I hate to see is for women to use birth control as a form of contraception, abortion as a form of contraception,
right?
Birth control.
Yes.
I do not like to hear of multiple instances in which a woman has had to have
multiple abortions.
I understand,
because I know a few.
Yeah, me too. I understand the damages that it can do to your body. As a woman who struggles with issues down there, like it's deep. It is deep. It's deep.
I just can't put my body through that. And personally, I feel like, and this is just me personally, I just feel like this does not affect me because I don't see myself in that situation.
And again, I'm sure that there are other people. Remember Sarah Palin and her daughter Bristol? I'm sure Sarah Palin was getting up in here toting that good talk without expectation that her daughter would be over here getting knocked up and having to make an appointment. So it's like you can't never say never, because I once said never, and I'm a mom.
Yeah, that's true too. But I do know that I have been in that situation. I attempted to try it, and I got the hell on. Shout out to Cairo and Kaden. I can't. I just don't. I can't. Birth control me. IUD me.
Well, the world has literally responded in a uproarious roar of disapproval. So,
and I support it. Do y'all thing. But I can't be on the front lines on this issue because it doesn't directly affect me. That's just real.
I gotta fight for an unknown future, for my children, for my unborn children, for my daughter, for my sisters, for whoever may be experiencing that, So, yeah, pro-choice all the way. It's a personal choice, and government stay out of our business on that shit.
Sleep. Log on to eShop and Drop store right now to check out our new Nightmare Radio Show merch. Grab a Drake-inspired t-shirt while supplies last and use our discount code Nightmare Madness for $20 off any 2 items.